Greetings students. Today in our computer class for Tier 2 Unit 1 we are going to discuss more about network topologies. As I have already told you that I have divided this chapter into 4 parts. This is the second part of those 4 parts. This is for class 6. The subject is computers. I am Sivasis Sandilya and I welcome you to today's class. So, till now we were discussing network topologies. In the last class we have discussed what is a network topology, what are the physical and logical topologies, and we have started discussing about the bus topology. Today let us move on and get to know 2 more different topologies. So the first topology that we are going to discuss today is the star topology. In a star topology, all the computers are connected by cables to a central device called the hub or the switch. So there is a hub or a switch in the middle and all the computers are connected to that switch or the hub. So it will just look like a starfish where the mouth of the starfish will be the hub and all the legs of the starfish, at the end of the legs will be one node or one computer each. The hub or the switch controls all the functions of the network. So that hub will control which computer will share what information to where. So through the hub all the computers can connect to one another. So this is the diagram of the star topology. Please pause the video and draw the diagram yourself. See, in the middle there is the hub and all the computers are connected to that hub using the wires. Those blue lines that are connecting the computer and the hub, those are wires. So think of it like this, those wires are connecting the hub and the computers. So all the computers are connected to the central hub and all the computers can access one another or share information and data with one another using that switch or the hub. So here is a question: name a device that is used to connect all the computers in the star topology network. Of course you know the answer to this. In a star topology, all the computers are connected by cables to central device called the hub or the switch. Please pause the video and note down this answer. Now let us move on. So now let us discuss about the advantages of star topology. The first advantage is you can add or remove nodes easily. So a node is a computer, okay. So you can add or remove a node very easily using the hub. There are some slots where you can connect the wires. Look at the diagram below. If I wish, I can connect another computer to the hub very easily using a cable. The second point, the breakdown of one node does not affect any other device on the network. So let us say the new computer that I connected, the wire that is connecting that computer is broken. The wire gets snapped, but now this computer is out of the network, but the other computers can connect to each other. So the breakdown of one node does not affect the other devices on the network. The third advantage is it is very easy to install and wire. And the fourth advantage is it is easy to detect faults in this topology. For example, the computer that I added at last, is disconnected, then we can easily detect that which computer is disconnected from the network, because all the computers are connected to one switch, one hub, one central point. So we can easily detect which computer has been disconnected. So that is the fourth advantage of the star topology. So pause the video, note down all the advantages. This is also important. So here are some disadvantages of star topology. The first one is it requires more cabling than some other topologies. See, in the last class we have discussed the bus topology. In the bus topology there was a central line and all the computers were connected to it. But since here one central point has to be connected to all the computers, definitely more cabling is required in star topology than the bus topology. That is one disadvantage. The second disadvantage is the failure of the central node, that means the hub and the switch, a hub or the switch, disables communication throughout the whole network. Yes, if one computer wire is broken down, then the network is not disturbed. But if the central hub fails, if the hub gets defective, then the whole network gets shut down. So that is the second disadvantage of the star topology. The failure of the central node disables communication throughout the whole network. And the third disadvantage is it is more expensive than the bus topology because of the cost of the central node. Now this hub or the switch is a costly device, okay. In the bus topology that we discussed in the last class, there is no such special device, only a wire, central bus or a central wire is there. But here we have to buy, if we want to connect our computers using this topology, we have to buy a hub or a switch. So this topology is more expensive than the bus topology. So what I want you to do is pause the video, note down all the disadvantages of star topology. This is also very important. Now let us move on. The next kind of topology that we are going to discuss today is the ring topology. So, as I have already told you in the first class, the names of the topology almost vaguely or roughly describes what the network would look like. So the name here is the ring topology, and of course it actually looks like a ring. So in a ring topology, all the computers are connected together in a closed circle like a ring. And in this topology, data travels only in one direction. This point is very important, okay. In ring topology, two-way communication is not possible. So data will travel only in one direction, and the topology, the connection looks like a ring. It looks like a closed loop. So this is the diagram of the ring topology. See, there are four computers connected to one another using a wire. So the first computer is connected to the second is connected to the third is connected to the fourth, and the fourth is connected again to the first. So this forms a ring or a closed loop. So as I already told you that ring topology, the network looks exactly like a ring. Please pause the video and draw this diagram. Now let us move on. Now let us discuss some advantages of the ring topology. Number one, in this topology all computers have equal access to the network. since there is no central bus, there is no central hub or switch, all the computers are connected to one another. So all the computers have equal access to the network and all the computers are equally important for the network. The second advantage is this topology controls high volume of traffic. So a lot of data can be transferred using this topology. The third advantage is it provides good communication over long distances. The fourth advantage, this topology is easier to manage than the bus network. See, in the bus network we have to create a central bus. Here creation of central bus is not required. So this topology is easier to manage than a bus network. And the last advantage that is been given here is it provides a better network stability than both the star and the bus topologies. So pause the video, note the advantages of ring topology. Now let us move on to the disadvantages. So these are the disadvantages of the ring topology. The ring network requires a more complicated control software. Now, there are some softwares that controls the transfer of data or sharing of information between the computers. In the ring topology, we required some special software to control the transfer and the sharing of the files. Number 2, in failure of one node results in the failure of the entire network. As we have discussed that all the computers have equal access, all the computers are equally important. So if one computer shut down or if one computer breaks down, then the whole network is being compromised and the whole network fails. The third disadvantage, in this topology the entire network gets disturbed when any computer is added or removed. So if we want to remove a computer from this network and want to add a computer in this network, so the control software has to be updated. So that is another disadvantage of this ring topology. So pause the video and note down the 3 disadvantages of ring topology. Now here is a special note, the highlighted part, the pink colored highlighted part, star, bus and ring topologies come in LAN networking. So you have already learned what is LAN, MAN and WAN, the local area network, wide area network, metropolitan area network. So in the LAN networking, the local area networking comes in the star topology, bus topology and the ring topology. So these 3 topology can be used to connect computers in a local area network. Now let us move on. Here is a question, what is meant by star topology? So don't rewind the video, pause the video and write down the answer in your own words. Even if it is wrong, it doesn't matter, I will show you the answer, don't worry. Just whatever you understood, try to note that down by your own words, in your own words by yourself. After that you will compare your answers with the correct answer and you will know how much you have understood. So pause the video and write down the answer by yourself. Now I am showing you the answer. In a star topology, all the computers are connected by cables to a central device called the hub or the switch. The hub or the switch controls all the functions of the network. Now pause the video once again and note down the correct answer. This is important for your future exam purpose. So please note down the answer properly. Here is another question. Name some of the LAN topologies. So what are the topologies used in LAN connections? You have to write the names of those. Just pause the video and try to write down the answer. Don't rewind the video. Just pause the video and try to remember and write down the names of the topologies by yourself. Now I am showing you the answers. Some of the LAN topologies are the star topology, bus topology, and the ring topology. Now please pause the video and note down this answer. This is also important. So this basically brings us to the end of today's class. I hope everyone enjoyed. In our next class, we are going to discuss about the mesh topology and the tree topology. Till now we have discussed about the bus, the star and the ring topology, and in the next class we are going to discuss the mesh and the tree topology. At this point, I would also like to remind you, please revise carefully several times. Don't wait for the announcement of the examination date to start revising. Start revising right now. As the classes go along, clear out all your doubts. If you have any doubts, you know my phone number, you have my WhatsApp number. You can contact me and I will help you out. With this note in mind, I conclude today's class. This is Sivasis Sandilya signing out. Thank you everyone.